UFC Vegas 110 just ended with main event by Steve Garcia against David Onama, and then the co-main event was between Waldo Cortez and Ante Delia. So yeah, this was a very rather interesting set of matchups, and then at the same time I was quite intrigued by the fact that UFC decided to have more female fighters on this card. So the Waldo Cortez versus Ante Delia was one of the very unique fights that you see in the UFC. I mean, I think this is the first time this has happened. A fight was stopped, and the opponent or one of the fighters feel like they have won the tournament or event, only to find out that the fight was restarted. And this is what happened with Waldo Cortez. Waldo Cortez was poked in the eye, and the referee determined that it was an eye poke, and so they had to restart the fight. Meanwhile, Delia was already celebrating a win, only to be told that the fight has been restarted. And shortly after the fight was started, after Waldo was able to regain a little bit of his vision, he knocked out Ante Delia in less than a minute. You know, and he was still reeling from the eye poke. That was especially very interesting how that went down. Then for the main event between Steve Garcia and David Onama, that was quite a one-sided event, because everybody, I think most people expected that David Onama would and Steve Garcia would be a highly competitive fight. But unfortunately, that was not to be. Garcia was able to pound his way to victory in the very first round. It looked as if Onama was waiting for Garcia to, or still studying Garcia, and he felt like he had waited too long, and that led to him being knocked out, technically knocked out in the first round. It was a very disappointing performance from David Onama, but a very good win for Steve Garcia. Now, for the eye poke situation between Waldo Cortez and Ante Delia, comparing that to what happened between Sirogan and Tom Aspinall, I know many people are going to start comparing both situations and even give Tom more criticism, criticizing more and giving more problems, right? But these are two very different situations, because Tom Aspinall was poked in both eyes, and there was no way he could fight literally blindly. There was no way he was going to do that. Why Waldo Cortez was poked in one eye, and in less than 3 minutes it was already gaining vision in the eye that was poked. So that's precisely why Waldo Cortez has had to continue. We need to understand that these fight situations are not the same. They might look similar on the surface, but the circumstances are mostly different. So a lot of praise to Waldo Cortez for continuing, and the fight ending the way it ended. But that is no knock on Tom Aspinall in this case. So what do you guys think? Let me know. Thank you.